Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. You know how I've shown you and talked to y'all guys about how our Creator hid the truth in plain sight. And what I mean is like the secrets about our existence and everything is built into His creations, like plants and fruits and vegetables and so on. The list is very long, okay? Well, I got to thinking a little bit more about that. And what I've got to show you, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You see, I heard a story about an 82-year-old lady who had dementia and Alzheimer's kicking in on her. And it was to the point that they had her in the hospital and she didn't know anybody, and she even went so far as to call the police when somebody stepped out of the room and said she had been kidnapped. And the person who stepped out of the room was her son. And then I read about her story because she had, and I say had, dementia and had Alzheimer's, because it went away. Why did it go away? Well, it went away because somebody was highly intelligent in her family. I think her son and the daughter, maybe. They got together, and what they did was they started looking at groups of people, different cultures around the world that did not have Alzheimer's and dementia. And it was specifically the Greeks, okay? And so what they did was they started looking at the Greeks' diets, and they started noticing a few things. And they started changing mother's diet based on the things that they seen. And it's rather fantastic. And like I said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. What does that look like to you? Well, it looks like a few things, but what does it look like? Think about dementia, and of course it looks like the brain. Well, guess what? Walnuts basically like cure, along with some other things. Walnuts just happen to look like the brain and just happen to be a brain medicine that, well, in this 82-year-old lady's situation, cured the Alzheimer's and the dementia. And now she's back to normal, healthy, and even driving a car again. Yeah, amazing, right? And so when I read about this, and based on what I was thinking about, it clicked. And that is that God designed the plants and vegetables and fruits and even other things in the design to show us what they were good for. Listen, for real medicine, not pharmakia, okay? Not the mixing of potions and putting in pills and eating the witch's brew, because that is designed to kill you. Pharmakia, the consumption of pills, is a sin, actually, but that's not what this video is about. So let's focus on what it's about. Not only is the walnut extremely good for the brain, it happens to be very heart healthy. Imagine that. It's literally like extremely great for the heart. Okay. You see why? Because God knew that we would come along and we would start understanding some things. And these secrets have been known by certain groups for thousands of years, but it's been hid from us. So we have to rediscover it. So we're going to rediscover it right now. Broccoli. It just happens to look like the brain and the nervous system. And guess what? It happens to be extremely good for the brain and the nervous system. Another coincidence. Guess what carrots happen to be good for? Oh, you've heard about that one, have you? Carrots are good for the eyes. You heard about that. What we didn't do is look at the vegetable and realize that it was labeled right on it. This is good for the eyes. Right there for us to see the whole time. Here's another vegetable. So the type of cabbage. What do you reckon this vegetable is good for? Bingo, the brain. How about this one? What do you think this vegetable, tomato, is good for? That's right. It's medicine for the heart. If you've got heart problems, this is your medicine. At least one of them. And grapes? Well, they just happen to be fantastic for your lungs and for your renal system itself. Yep, and it looks just like it. You see, once you unsee it, or once you see it, you can't unsee it. So you'll never walk in a grocery store again looking at the foods the same, will you? How about these kidney-shaped beans? I wonder if they're good for your renal system and for your kidneys. Huh.